Are you struggling to figure out what the best bicep exercises are for you to get the optimal growth out of your arm flexors? If that's you, stay tuned to the top 3 classic bicep exercises that I'm gonna give you to give you that massive peak. If you're looking for the 3 best movements for biceps, you have it right here. And what we like to do here at Garage Strength is we like to incorporate the positions of flexion when we're comparing anything that's going to develop a serious amount of strength and a serious amount of muscle mass. And if we're talking about the biceps, we 100% want to get a ton of muscle mass on top of those so we can develop that massive peak and lead to those sleeves getting nice and tight. So exercise number 1, homers. So we call them homers. No one else on the planet is doing them, and I guarantee you will get the biggest pump out of doing homers. So homers involve 2 different aspects. There's going to be it's a mid-range contraction, and it's going to utilize isometric contractions as well. So what we like to do is we will hold the dumbbells at 90 degrees, which is going to stimulate a whole bunch of time under tension. And as you hold at 90 degrees, you're going to walk 10 to 15 meters. When you get to the end of that 10 to 15 meters, you're gonna do the concentric portion of the lift. And you're gonna just hammer those through. You don't have to have a ton of control, but just a little bit of control so you're not swaying all over the place. And here's the kicker, is that you've gotta walk 10 to 15 meters back, holding at 90 degrees, and then you're gonna finish off that massive burn with another 8 to 10 reps, and that is where you're gonna get a ton of muscular mass gains from that sarcoplasmic hypertrophy attacking those biceps. Exercise 2, dumbbell incline curls. So dumbbell incline curls is going to utilize a massive stretch in that bicep, and when we have that massive stretch, we've got to remember, lengthening is strengthening. So that massive stretch is going to lead to a myotatic reflex. And what ends up happening over time is throughout that set, while you're leaning back on that incline, you're going to get that lengthening. You can turn the wrist back just slightly. That's going to force the bicep to recruit a little bit more high threshold motor units, which is going to lead to an increase in strength. As your strength increases, so will your size. But it's important to recognize that when you're laying back, you have the elbows fully extended and you have an extension of that wrist, and you will feel that nice stretch all the way up through the bicep, and that is going to lead to incredible size gains. Exercise 3, another one from BIZE and TRIZE 2, the glute ham dumbbell head curl. Okay, so this is an exercise that is involved with being completely contracted at the top of the curl, and that is what's going to develop that thick peak. And on top of that, because you're utilizing the head of the dumbbell, you're going to have to utilize a bit more grip work. So when we're forced to utilize more grip work, now we're also going to recruit more high threshold motor units from our prime movers. Our prime movers in the glute head dumbbell curl are biceps. So over the entire set, not only are we going to develop our brachioradialis, we're also going to stimulate a ton of strength gains throughout that short and long head. And when we're stimulating those high threshold motor units in the short and long head over time, especially over 5 to 6 sets of 15 to 17 reps, now we're gonna have a ton of metabolic stress entering into the cell in that bicep, and that's where we're gonna have expansion and ultimately massive size gains. So utilize these top 3 bicep builders: homers, dumbbell incline curl, glute ham dumbbell head curl. You're gonna lead to massive gains. Your biceps are finally gonna start to fill out that youth medium shirt that you have. And if you want further information, we use all 3 of these exercises in BIZE and TRIZE 1 and BIZE and TRIZE 2. Both are available at garagestrength.com. Please, if you like this information, like, subscribe, ring that notification bell, share this all over the internet. Peace.